Now on Fast Track News. Ag Week has come to Purdue. What's been happening on Memorial Mall?
Plus, the deadline passed for Purdue to respond to a congressional committee's request for information on Chinese students. What happens next for Purdue?
And one club is planning to host the largest food drive at Purdue. All your campus, news, weather, and sports is straight ahead. Fast Track is back.
Welcome back to Fast Track News. I'm Kyle Herschel.
And I'm James Smith. Today is Friday, April 4th. This week was Purdue Ag Week, a week set aside every year to celebrate agriculture at Purdue.
Some of the events included Milk Monday, which had free milk and grilled cheese, as well as Tech Tuesday, that was attended by campus clubs such as Collegiate 4-H. Our reporter Julia Blanford has the story.
I think Ag Week, first of all, is really important for not only the Purdue community, just kind of a reminder that we are a big ag school, not to mention internationally ranked agricultural program.
Purdue student Ryan Grunman is a member of Block and Bridle, which he describes as a club for all sort of animal agricultural enthusiasts. As a part of Tuesday's Tech Day, he was one of the many volunteers who helped to make sure that Purdue Ag Week ran smoothly.
Purdue may be known for its engineering, but its reputation in agriculture is also something to be celebrated.
I think it's immensely important to being all around a better and smarter consumer as well. Making sure that you're not falling for a lot of misinformation that you may see online, especially because this is an industry that really only counts for about 3% of the population.
Even though student Charles Iverson majors in film, he still appreciates the Ag Week festivities, especially being able to pet the cows.
Well, I just came out of class from Stanley Coulter, so I saw that they had like cows or something out here, so I wanted to check it out. I've gone to Ag Week every year, actually. I love animals, so I love to just check them out, look at them, pet them.
Iverson's appreciation for his fellow livestock, however, does not stop him from enjoying a good burger now and then.
I mean, the only other thing that I kind of noticed, like on the tags for the cows, they have like the McDonald's arch logo. I thought that was really funny.
Ag Week only happens once a year, but agriculture remains prevalent in our daily lives all year long. Julia Blanford reporting for Fast Track News.
Purdue ranks as the third best college of agriculture in North America and the fifth best in the world as of 2023.
According to our College of Agriculture website, the 2023 world rankings were based on the analysis of over 15,700 different academic programs. We were rocked by some pretty heavy weather this Wednesday, but what's coming next week? Meteorologist Maddie Holder has the forecast.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Maddie Holder, here to bring you your fast track weather for this evening. It is currently about 53 degrees, and this is a live look at campus. Currently a little bit cloudy, and you can expect to see some showers moving into the area pretty soon. So here's our today's forecast. We saw those clear skies with a bit of clouds earlier today. However, this evening you'll see this band of rain start making its way into our area. So some scattered showers can be expected, a little bit more of that intense rain making its way into our area on Saturday. A look at our temperatures for today. We saw about 58 is our high around 3 p.m. this afternoon. Those winds were in those lower teens. And as you can see, as we see the system move into our area, those temperatures will start to drop a little bit this evening, however, maintaining those about 10-mile-an-hour winds.
On March 19th of this year, the president of the university, Meng Chang, received a letter from the House Select Committee on the CCP. This letter was a request for Chang to provide information on Chinese students studying at Purdue and stating that the United States is at a dangerous crossroads where the pursuit of short-term financial gains by academic institutions jeopardizes long-term global technological leadership and national security. They requested information on the type of research Chinese national students are conducting, lists of laboratories they work in, and many more. The deadline for the university to respond to these questions was on Monday. We reached out to the university to see if they complied with the request, but have received no word.
Activist and founder of Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk will be visiting Purdue. Turning Point USA is an organization that aims to foster civic engagement in high school and college students per their website. TPUSA has chapters at several universities across the country, including one here at Purdue. Kirk's visit is part of TPUSA's American Comeback Tour, where Kirk will field questions from students. The event will be held on Kroc Lawn at noon on April 10th. This event is free for students to attend. To register, go to AmericanComebackTour.com.
Updating on last week's episode, a new development to the threatening message left in a classroom. We previously reported a WGSS professor discovered her classroom with "How to Kill Your Teacher" written in French on whiteboards. PUPD Captain of Special Services Song Kang disclosed to Fast Track that the report generated a suspicious incident case and an email chain was created within the department. He also said another lecturer or professor admitted the messages were part of a French literature class. According to an email from the reporting WGSS professor, the writing was part of a play.
Up next, one club plans to host the largest food drive at Purdue.
And still to come, what graduating students need to know before they walk across the stage.
Imagine a world where Olympics and Paralympics are unified as one, and where all athletes at all levels have equal opportunities to play and perform at their full potential.
Athletics has been such an influential and transformative aspect of my life. So to me, RISE is about ensuring that every person that has the desire to participate in sport has the opportunity to do so.
This organization is about recognition. We believe in recognizing excellence where it is found, especially in Paralympic sports.
RISE is about driving change in our community and beyond. We hope that through our events and initiatives, we can galvanize people for our cause and inspire them to create an ever-growing network to help achieve our mission.
It's about connecting people of various backgrounds and who truly care about creating meaningful change together.
We develop projects and hold events to bring people together at the interface of inclusivity, sports, and engineering.
Our goal is to promote the equality of all sports and to improve sports performance and accessibility.
Join us so that you can have a major contribution in creating meaningful change.
You're watching Fast Track News!
This week, one of Purdue's clubs is starting preparations for one of the largest food drives at Purdue.
Reporter Jonah Blankenhorn has the story.
Am I photogenic right now?
This past week, the Food Finders Food Bank Club started decorating for one of the biggest food drives at Purdue.
Today we are here to finish up some of the decorations for the bus. For instance, we are finishing up the banners that are going to be put on it. We are also currently designing the flyers that we're going to go on our social media and also around campus. And we are also doing final touches on the donation bins that we're going to put around all residence halls and most academic buildings. We're pretty excited. So we put out the donation bins out on April 6th, and they'll be live April 7th. And then the next step is to fill the bus. That'll be April 14th.
While Food Finders is hosting the event, East Campus Food Pantry and Swipe Out Starvation members are volunteering for the event and helping decorate. Not only that, but Sigma Phi Epsilon will also be collaborating to help collect all the donations from the donation bins.
So I'm Haley Kane. I'm the Student Executive Director of East Campus Food Pantry. We're teaming up with Food Finders Club and the Swipe Out Starvation Club here on campus to raise monetary donations for Food Finders. Our goal is $10,000, as well as the goal of filling a city bus with non-perishable goods. And all of these will be donated to Food Finders as well. It's happening on Memorial Mall at Purdue, April 7th through the 18th, which is the second and third week of April.
Reporting for Fast Track News, I'm Jonah Blankenhorn.
The food drive starts next week and is looking for donations. Non-perishable items and monetary donations are acceptable. This year's Purdue student government elections have concluded. Yesterday was the final day of voting. Voting has been open since March 21st. This year's race was not a tight one, however, as the primary races were uncontested. Rebecca Senior and Nicholas Newman will be the next president and vice president of the PSG. Senior is coming off a term as vice president in 2024 to 2025, where she proposed an expansion to the Indiana Lifeline Law, which passed in the state government.
Purdue University is leading semiconductor innovation at the Semi-Expo Heartland Conference in Indianapolis, where President Mung Chiang joined industry and government leaders to discuss workforce development and technology advancement in the Midwest. Backed by the CHIPS and Science Act, Purdue is at the forefront of microelectronics research, with a $4 billion AI memory chip facility underway at Purdue Research Park. Partnerships with SK Hynix and IMEC are accelerating innovation and training future engineers. Purdue experts are also leading discussions on smart manufacturing, advanced chip packaging, and K-12 STEM education to strengthen the next generation. As the demand for semiconductors grows, Purdue continues to drive progress, shaping the future of technology and manufacturing.
Attention graduating seniors. Important deadlines are approaching fast as you prepare for commencement. Be sure to check your civics literacy proficiency status, as this must be completed before graduation. The final day to rent your cap and gown from Herff Johns at the discounted rate is Monday, April 21st. After this date, rentals will be full price, and any orders placed after April 28th must be made through the university bookstore. Stay on top of your My Purdue portal for updates to the commencement task list. This is where you can request ceremony tickets, confirm your diploma mailing address, and ensure the correct pronunciation of your name.
The student section for Purdue women's basketball. Be there.
I love contact improv because it gives me a space to come in and reset my mental capacity. Like I always leave, like even though I'm tired, mentally I feel much freer.
I love contact improv because A, I get to meet new people, and B, it makes you feel so good after.
Well, welcome back everyone. As I mentioned before, we are going to be seeing some rain most of Saturday and Sunday. Some cooler temperatures followed by some of those warm spring temperatures. However, before we get there, we may even see some of our lows actually get below freezing. So looking at our future radar, this is what you can expect. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is rain most of the day. Might see a few more intense showers within there, potential for some storms as well. This is, as you can see, this is kind of looking like a similar pattern that we've seen with some of our previous rain systems in our area, kind of making its way from the southwest up to the northeast. This has been because we've had the same pattern in our ridge and trough at about 500 millibars. So as you can see, this is kind of the same. This has been kind of the same pattern, which has been really affecting the direction that our precipitation has been coming from. So this system, as I mentioned before, is going to be bringing a cold front, and so we are going to see those temperatures start to drop on Saturday, and it is going to be pretty rainy. So there might be some more chances for some thunderstorms later on in the evening. And looking ahead also at Sunday, you'll see with that cold front, those temperatures have continued to drop. So we are now sitting probably somewhere in the 30s and warming up though, luckily throughout the day as that sun hopefully will peek through a little bit for us. And again, this is kind of looking ahead now to next week and what you can expect. We should be staying pretty clear Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. However, we might see a little bit of rain from this system coming into our area. So that will be something to keep our eye on as we move throughout the week. And then our temperature outlook for next week, we are looking at staying in the 50s for the next couple of days. And then, as I mentioned before, that cold front is going to be moving through. We'll see that drop in temperatures, some of our lows below freezing, unfortunately. And then luckily we'll be warming back up later into the week.
Just ahead, a recap of an eventful week for the basketball teams as the transfer portal opens, and how Purdue swimmers and divers performed at the men's NCAA championships. I'm Katie Donninger. Don't go away. Sports is next.
Creeping up from the heathens, got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't buy at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens, got will.
Last weekend, the men's basketball season came to an end with a close loss to Houston in the Sweet 16. Reporter Josh Warman has the story.
I'm in Lucas Oil Stadium today where the Purdue Boilermakers are going to be playing the Houston Cougars in their Sweet 16 game.
Smith to Kaufman-Wren. Roberts is right there. Kaufman-Wren off glass for two.
The Boilers had their biggest game of the season, and they were up for the challenge. The team went into the half with a 2-point lead, but lost control in the second half. The Cougars got their lead up to 10 points with 8 minutes left.
Obviously going down 10, a lot of teams kind of give up, and they're like, oh, well, that's game. So I thought we fought really hard, and we dug down deep defensively to get those stops to come back.
The Boilers didn't quit, though. They mounted a comeback to tie the game on a Camden Heidi 3 with 33 seconds to go.
Smith to the corner. Heidi a three. It's good!
Houston beat the Boilers on an out-of-bounds play with just a couple seconds on the clock.
I thought we had a great fight tonight and laid it all on the line. And I think that's the only thing you can ask, of your team, to go out there and give everything that they had. And I thought our guys did a great job. Houston was one play better than us.
Despite the loss, fans were still proud of the team's fight this season.
I think after the season that Purdue had last year, there were an unreasonable set of expectations on the team, but Coach Painter did a really good job of maintaining the same level of talent.
I think it's been a great year, probably better than expectations based on what we lost last year. Been a really fun team to watch.
I'm Josh Warman reporting for Fast Track Sports.
Follow Fast Track Sports at Purdue Fast Track News on Instagram for more coverage of next season's basketball team. After last weekend's heartbreaking loss against Houston, the Boiler Ball program has continued to suffer losses off the court. In the past week, following the Sweet 16 loss, the men's basketball team has lost 4 different players to the transfer portal. One of the players is Will Berg, a redshirt sophomore center standing at 7'2", that 2 years ago had been touted as Zach Edey's replacement, but lost a position battle to freshman Daniel Jacobson. Another sophomore with a lot of promise, Miles Colvin, also entered the portal. Miles' father, Roosevelt Colvin, played for the Boilermaker football team before being selected in the 1999 NFL Draft. In addition, Camden Heidi, a sophomore forward, and Brian Waddell, another legacy who is a redshirt junior, both have entered the portal. Even the women's team continues to suffer substantial losses in the portal after losing 6 players last week. This time, they lose what would have been one of their most important players for the next year, Rashunda Jones, who would have been the returning leading scorer for the Boilermakers. However, it is not all bad news in the Boiler basketball world, as the men's team landed the commitment of a strong new addition via the transfer portal, Oscar Clough from South Dakota State. Last season, Clough averaged 17 points and 12 rebounds, which is the second most in the nation. Last weekend, men's swimming and diving made a little history at the NCAA championships. Brady Samuels broke his own school record in the 100 butterfly while breaking 45 seconds in both the prelims and finals. He headlined Purdue swimming and diving, 3 All-American honorees. He also became the first Boilermaker ever to go sub 45 seconds in the 100 fly. Jordan Rzepka and Max Miller completed a career achievement of earning All-America honors. Rzepka did this in all 3 diving events. Rzepka had the top scoring dives among the field in each of the last 2 rounds. He has already become Purdue's 8th male diver to be an All-American in all 3 events during his career. On Saturday, Purdue finished 17th in the NCAA championships, with freshman Camden Springfield claiming bronze in platform diving to account for the best finish at the national championship meet since 2022. We congratulate Purdue men's swimming and diving on these tremendous accomplishments. On Monday, the Purdue softball team faced 20th ranked Nebraska in a Big Ten matchup. The final score ended up being 6-2 in Purdue's favor, following big games from Mariah Poehler and Jordan Ramos. Poehler went 4 for 4 with a double, and Ramos went 2 for 3 also with a double plus 3 RBI. Their next matchup is against Minnesota in a 3-game series at Benninger Stadium here in West Lafayette Friday for the home opener. The Purdue women's tennis team notched their 10th win of the season this past Sunday, beating Oregon 4-3. Led off by senior Carmen Gallardo-Guevara, Purdue won 4 of their 6 singles matches, which ultimately decided the match. Gallardo-Guevara's win on Sunday marked her 78th singles win, tying her for 7th all-time at Purdue. The women's tennis team improved to 53rd in the national rankings and will return home to battle against 2 ranked opponents this weekend. First, Purdue will host number 73 Michigan State on Saturday at 11 a.m. Purdue will also be celebrating Wimbledon Day Saturday, which includes giveaways and free strawberries and cream for fans in attendance. Fans are encouraged to dress in Wimbledon attire. To wrap up the weekend, Purdue will host number 3 Michigan at noon. This past weekend, the Purdue baseball team had a rough series against 24th ranked UCLA. Although the Boilers lost all 3 games, they showed a lot of dedication in the first 2 games. The first game was close all the way until the 5th inning, where UCLA pushed ahead with 3 runs to win with a final score of 5-8. In the second game, UCLA was dominating the entire game, but Purdue began to make a comeback with 3 final runs in the 9th inning. It was not enough, though, and UCLA was able to stop the comeback attempt, ending the game with a score of 13-12. The Boilers had a rough last day as UCLA led the entire game, forcing the game to end in the 8th inning by mercy rule with a devastating score of 16-3. We wish the team good luck as they travel to play at Washington tonight. And that's a wrap for sports, but stay tuned. Fast Track will be back right after this quick time out.
Hola from Spain. G'day, mates.
Buenos dias.
Bonjour.
Hello from South Korea.
I'm studying abroad in Valencia, Spain this semester. I'm studying abroad in Sydney, Australia.
I'm studying abroad in Madrid, Spain. I'm studying at Seoul National University.
At Issy Supero in Toulouse, France.
And I'm really getting to enjoy meeting all the new people and the culture.
How different it is from Purdue University. It is an absolutely fantastic experience.
I'm living my best life.
I can't wait to see you guys all overseas soon. A bientôt.
Adios.
Nos vemos de España.
The program allows students to finish their bachelor's degree and also get an online master's degree that overlap during their last year at Purdue.
Students can more quickly work towards a graduate degree while concurrently starting their professional careers.
The online program allows them to kind of go at their own pace, and so they're not having to abide by the academic calendar.
And our goal is that this would make you even more compelling for your next opportunity in the workforce.
At Purdue University, we're not just students, we're future leaders. Join Air Force ROTC to embark on a journey of honor, excellence, and service. Learn, lead, and soar to new heights. It's not just a commitment, it's a calling. Purdue Air Force ROTC, where dreams take flight. Are you ready to rise?
I got a switch in my head. I go from living to dead. You got me seeing all red. Now I'm becoming.
Now it's time for a question of the week.
We run around campus and ask students, with the basketball season ending and all the news coming out with the transfer portal, what is one message you would give to your favorite Purdue basketball player?
Braden Smith, we really love you here at Purdue. We have the whole paint crew backing you up, and we really love you here.
Yeah, so I just think Purdue this year has shown how good we've done without using the transfer portal, with almost all of our guys being from without the transfer portal. So I just want to say mostly to Braden Smith, he's done well here. We've grown him. Coming out of high school, he didn't have very many offers, and Purdue gave him that chance. And I think he's proven that he is an All-American and that he is just one of the best players we have. I think he should continue just to pursue Purdue and just keep his career going here.
All right, my question to Braden Smith would be, you had a great season with injuries. DJ went down early in the season, but now you're getting Oscar Clough from the transfer portal. I wonder how that game's going to evolve, and hopefully we just have a great season next year. DJ is going to be back. You got Clough too, so.
Yeah, this one kind of goes out to all the players, but the energy in Mackey is unmatched, so I wouldn't understand why somebody would want to leave that.
True.
And one last story before we go. Wednesday brought severe weather across the state, including several tornadoes. But with the rain and thunder on the horizon, a few Boilermakers weren't afraid of the storm. Reporter Will Courtney has more.
What comes up must come down. It's a saying true for two things: gravity and Slater Hill.
What we're doing is called trash bagging. So we're wearing trash bags and we're squirting dish soap on ourselves. And we're sledding down Slater Hill. You should come.
These students, all friends through the student ministry, the Salt Company, came to Slater Hill Wednesday night in the midst of severe weather to do just one thing: go down. But how does one trash bag?
We'll get you a hole. We're making holes.
We spoke with Holden Malone, a student studying nursing, about what brought her out to trash bag with her friends.
My friends Ethan and Ethan texted me and were like, do you want to have a game night tonight? And then I was like, well, we could play in the rain. And so then Ethan suggested we go trash bagging. So we all just wanted to hang out and we decided to do this.
Well, that's the story. I guess there's only one thing left to do now.
You're watching Fast Track News!
As we wrap up our segment here on weather, just a reminder that on our Saturday we are looking at more rain, maybe some storms. So if you're planning out your weekend, would suggest finding something that's more indoors. Staying inside is probably going to be your best bet this weekend. However, later on into the week, we should see some sun and warmer temperatures. So that might be a good time to get outside and enjoy some of those spring activities.
That's all for this week, Boilermakers.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.